Okay, so I said if you are here with us, let us know. We are live right now. Let us know if you are here with us, guys. Sorry, I didn't know that I was not on the screen. Okay, so let us know if you are here with us. Let me quickly enable my lights so that my face can also be seen. Okay. So you're welcome to the final day of the Ekiti Digital Summit. Today is gonna be so great. Okay, today is gonna be so great. Yeah, I have my light on right now. Let us know if you are here with us live. You're welcome, Majid Akimbola. Majid Akimbola, you're welcome. Majid Akimbola, all the way from Lagos, Ajegunle, Lagos. Razak Akindele, you're welcome. So today what we're going to look at is actually one of the most important topics you ever dream of, right? We want to look into creating digital information product. And I'll be really fast about this class. And at the same time, I will, because I'm the kind of person who speaks so fast, but I would like to reduce the phase by which I speak so that you can actually, understand and follow through with whatever we're discussing today. All right. So ensure that you stay with us to the end, because after this particular session, again, we'll be going to investing in Ekiti, where a representative from Microsoft, and a representative from KTN, the Knowledge Transfer Network, and we're also going to have Mr. What is it called? Mr. Femi Odere. Okay, we are going to have Mr. Femi Odere also with us here. So please let your friends know that you are live with us. Okay, let your friends know that you are live with us. I'm going to be sharing my screen very soon. I'm just trying to do something so that we can have a smooth time together. All right. So let me know, what do you know about information products? Right? What do you know about information products? What do you know about information products? All right. Let me know in the comment section. What do you know about information products? Let us know in the comment section. What do you know about information product? Okay. What do you know about information products? Let me know in the comment section. What do you know about information product? Let us know in the comment section below. Let me even know what you understand by information product. Okay. But so information product, as I'm trying to see your comment, right? Let me tell you some of the things that you might benefit from information product, because I've sold some information products that has really helped a lot of people. For example, we had a speaker yesterday, Caleb, who talked on affiliate marketing, right? And in fact, do you know that he actually read my book on WhatsApp sales blueprint? That is one of the information product I have, and he said that book, made helped him to make his first few millions, right? If you go to my website, for example, if you go to goglobal.ng/WSB, that is WhatsApp sales blueprint, you're going to see his testimonial there. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that you can create digital products and make a lot of money from it, and you can help people to make money. So quickly, let me read some of the people who are joining us. I can see Akinola Paul. Okay, where are you joining us from? Mohammed Usman Yewa says, this is Mohammed Yewa from Abuja. You're welcome. Oweye Adejoke in the house. You're welcome. Happy Sunday, everybody. Yeah, happy Sunday. And like I said, welcome to the last day of the summit. All right. Products. Yeah. Olawale Oluwatu says products that relies heavily on information. Okay, so that is what it thinks is information product. That no answer is wrong. So guys, as you're joining us, what I'm asking right now is, what do you understand by digital information products? Let me use my glasses so that this light wouldn't affect me too much. What do you understand by digital information product? Okay, I think I can still see yourself. What do you understand by digital information product? Okay. Olawale says product that relies heavily on information. Okay. Okay, Akinola is joining us from Ekiti. Thank you for joining us. Oluwaseun Ojo. Guys, let us know what do you understand by information product, all right? And I have Olawale says a product that relies heavily on information. Okay, that is correct. That is good. Okay, I can see Akiwumi Akintade from Ekiti. You're welcome. Precious Visayo. Okay, we are glad that you are here. Taiwa Ajayi from Ekiti. We are glad that you are here. Rosemary from Ekiti. We are glad you are here. Thank you for joining us. Bolu from Lagos. Thanks for joining. Gabriel from Ekiti. Thanks for joining. Guys, let us know what you think about it. What do you understand by information product? I really want to make this class very engaging so that, at the end of the class, I will know how to best help you, okay? I really need to know where you are when it comes to digital information products, okay? So let us know what you understand by digital information product. And I'm going to be creating a product with you right here. Okay, it's going to be a very, very practical class, but I really want to know, what do you understand by digital information product? Okay, Oluwa Sheunfumi Fatoyinbo says digital information products are informative products that are mostly virtual and can't be handled physically. Amazing. I love that definition. I love that definition, right? They are products that can be handled physically. Thank you. Owe says it's creating and selling of digital products. All right, that is correct too. Yeah, that is correct. That is correct. So what do you understand by digital product itself, right? But basically, digital information product is what we're talking about. And I love that your definition. Say is creating and selling of digital products. All right, Tokwe, that is our content head of content development. Thank you for joining us all the way from Akure. Majid says information product is niche specific product, right? Is niche specific product that solve the problem or the desire, correct? That is also a correct definition. Then Akinwumi Akindade says digital information products are products like ebooks, website, digital books, e-magazine. Amazing. That's also correct. All right. I think that should be Bolu, right? Let me see if the name. Yes, Bolu Joe says a digital information product is information that is packaged and sold online. Yeah, that is also a correct one. And then Taiwo Ajayi says, sir, please, what is our hope of those of us that just joined the program today? Yeah, if you are just joining the program today, this is a session that you can't afford to miss, okay? But if you are interested in getting the previous sessions, just go to ekitidigitalsummit.com/VIP, all right? That way you can join the VIP class and get all the replay, okay? So if you want to upgrade, just you can screenshot this and check the Telegram community. We have sent it before and we are going to send it again. To upgrade to VIP class, visit ekitidigitalsummit.com/VIP, all right? That is the way to get the replays of all the sessions that we've had, because those sessions are not available for replays, and this particular session too will not be available for replay, okay? Okay, So let's go further to, okay, let me just drop that in the, so that is that, Taiwo, okay? Funsho, Raji said package products info of ebooks, CDs, etc. That's right. That's right. I love you guys. Please let me drop your comments about what you know about information products. Okay. I'm noticing your comment and we are bringing it forth. Information product is power or life. All right, that is Aki Ola Paul. He says information product means product that is available for consumer use. Okay, product that is available for consumer. Okay, that is a good definition. Thank you so much for that definition. Okay, talk about Akita says virtual products like ebooks, audios, etc. that provide some form of knowledge. Amazing. That is also, a good definition. So, guys, drop your comments. Let me know what you think. What do you understand by digital information product? I can see a lot of comments already. What do you understand by digital information product? What do you understand by digital information product? I always like to do this. All right. So let me quickly type in. Okay, I have a pen here. Let me quickly type in because you guys that are joining us in time, I want to give you recharge cards. So make sure that you are very fast in getting any of those vouchers. All right. So I will start with this is Glow. I'll start with Glow. All right, so get ready. I'll type it on the screen so that you can, if you see it, you quickly grab it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, sorry. I just want to ensure that what I'm doing is actually correct. Okay, so I said I will start with Glow. All right, let me even call it. All right, so there's no need for me. Or do you want me to type it? I think typing will be easier, right, so that people can see it. Because some people, if we're dictating 3, there's another thing they will be seeing. All right, so let me quickly type it in the to our admin so that they can see it. 1, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay, just a second. Let me also just type the Airtel so that. Okay, so just get ready. I'm about to give you some recharge cards. Sorry, we will have done this before now. Today has been a really, really hectic day. Or let me say a blessed day, right? Don't let me say hectic. I don't believe in having an hectic day. But then what do you understand by digital information product? I want to, okay, let me read other informations we have there. Other information. Information products are product packages in form of podcast, video content for a specific group of people. Amazing. That is also a good one. What can't you see? What can't you see? Let me know. Where here says information products are products where the most important part of what you sell is knowledge. Usually these products are sold digitally and can be downloaded from your website. Amazing. I love this particular definition. That is really, really amazing. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me give you the card. So please get ready. We're starting with Globe. Make sure that fastest finger actually wins. Okay, fastest fingers win. So there is it. Globe. Be fast with it and make sure that you quickly recharge before we leave the screen. All right. That is it on the screen. So by the end of the session, I'm going to give you guys the Airtel one so that you guys can have it. But let us know if you want it. If you want the recharge card, let us know if you want. Okay. Again, they say the recharge. Okay, that's it on the screen. So let us know Yeah, so I don't want to really, you know, because we have a lot of things that I want to do. I don't want to waste your time. So let me go ahead with this class. But then, guys, let us know if you want the recharge card voucher, okay? Let us know if you want it. Let us know if you want it. Okay, let us know if you are the winner. Let us know if you are the winner. Yeah, so we want to talk about digital information product. And, you know, I'll be taking you guys on how to build digital information products, okay? And after that, after the explanation, then I'll take you through how to build it, and then we go to other specifics that you might want to know, all right? So let's know if you are the winner of that recharge voucher, or is there no winner? Let us know if you are the winner. The Glow recharge voucher. Let us know if you are the winner. Or you had to leave this to get it. Recharge card is incorrect. Wow. Okay, let me check it again. Glow. I said 46331 14566 641. Oh, sorry. 64178. So if you are the winner, you have done it. All right. If you are the winner, this is it. Sorry. Thank you so much for that feedback. All right. That is the correct one. Sorry about that. Let us know if you are the winners. Thank God I had to go check that. Okay. Thank you for that feedback, Gabriel. So let me know if you want that recharge voucher. So Razak is asking, our products, okay, it's actually giving a comment. It says, our product, that is digital products, are products that can be sold virtually. They include media, music, MMMM, media, music, movies, and content. Okay, that's a good one. That is a good one. Guys, let me know if you are the winner of that particular voucher. Okay. We've spent like 19 minutes right now on just introduction. Okay, so if you want that, please quickly let me know in the comment section while we go into the training. So like you all have said, digital information products, right? They are products that are virtually available and for sale, right? And that can usually be downloaded on websites. Okay, we have different kinds of digital products. We have ebooks. I've already started the lecture, right, or the training. We have ebooks. We have audios. We have videos. We have softwares, right? Softwares like apps. We have softwares like maybe you want to talk about. Okay, for example, now this we are using StreamYard, right, to show videos on YouTube so that you can be able to see it. This particular StreamYard is also a software, right? So we call it a web app, right? It's a web app. So they are selling this as a digital information, I mean, as a digital product. That is digital product, right? In general, we have digital product. So digital products include, like I said, we have ebooks, we have audios, we have videos, and what have you. Okay, those are digital products. But when we're talking about digital information products, now we now have information added to it. Digital information products, they are knowledge-based products that are sold online, right? They are knowledge-based products that are sold online because of that digital there. Like someone mentioned CD. CD is not CD is not CD is not you know, a digital in a sense information product, but it's also a digital information product because you know, When we are talking about digital, most people would think it's only online. Digital is not only online, right? Okay, I'm trying to correct something now. For example, radio is also digital because they said radio should go digital. But usually, when you're talking about digital in a sense, what we usually talk about are online, right? So when we're talking about what digital information products are, we're talking about products that people can easily buy online, right? They are product that you can sell online. Even while you sleep, someone can buy that particular product and the product get delivered to the person. Okay, so that is what we call digital information products. Okay, so I'm going to share with you um, how to create a digital information product today, and I'm going to teach you just one out of all. And if you know this one, if you know how to create this digital information product, you will never be broke again. I'm telling you the truth. Now, let me tell you the story of a guy. There's a guy, he's a writer with, I think, entrepreneur something is abroad. And one day he just said, he just copied all his product, all his articles on a newspaper that he used to write online, and then he bundled them into an ebook, and then he mentioned it in his bio, right? And then he also uploaded it on Amazon Kindle. And to be honest with you, this guy sold a tons and make a lot of money with it. Okay, so and for me, I created, like I told you earlier, I created the first digital information product I created was a story called Favored by Grace. It was my story, and then I shared it online that people should be buying for 200 naira. One guy actually bought it, but later on, someone advised me that why am I selling it at that time? Because nobody actually knew me at that time, right? And then I started giving out for free. It was just a small book. But later on, I expanded on it, and then I sold it as my own personal book. I've been there before, and I've been there before even became a best-selling book on Amazon. Okay, so that is an example of digital products we want to create today. Muhammad Razak said, is the replay in the VIP group downloadable? Yes, it is downloadable. You can download the replay in the VIP, in the VIP class. As a VIP class, you have access to all the replays. Even if you decide to leave this session now, and say you are not interested, you can get the replays. And like we said, the price of the VIP class can be increased at any time without prior notice. Okay, so that is why it is important that you get it, especially before the end of this summit. And it is just 5K. Yes, it is 5K. He said, I can see that it is 5K. Yes, it is 5K. So go to ekitidigitalsummit.com/VIP to download it. But it's not available right now. So, but if you register, right, we'll have your data. So immediately we'll process everything. We'll make it available for you to be able to download for free. Okay. So far you register you upgrade to the VIP class. And that is an example of digital products, right? Video, because I told you that we have different kinds of information product. We have video, we have ebooks, and we have even membership website. Those are examples of digital information products. So if you create a product like this, maybe you do a training for people, you can pre-record it, right? Host it on your website and then make it available to only the people that pay for it. If you know how to make cake, if you are a professional in your field, maybe people have been asking you several things, about what you do. Creating a digital information product is a very important step that can help you to, create an additional source of income for yourself. Okay, so let's continue. So what are the benefits of creating a digital information product? Before I show you my screen, and then I'll be able to okay, let me even go there. So this is a Google Doc, all right, and you can see different things there, right? I hope you can see what I'm talking about. This is a Google Doc, right? And in this Google Doc, you can see the first thing you are seeing on your screen is Sitting with a Married Counselor by Shola Matthew. All right. This is an information product that I'm currently creating, and I will be selling it online on Amazon. It's a book on relationship. Okay. So it's really going to help a lot of people. All right, thank you. So I said it's going to help a lot of people. So why should you create digital information product? You want to help as many people as possible. Okay? Because for someone like me, I love to help people. So when I create digital information products, I sell it to people so that, it can help them, in whatever capacity. So for example, I told you I wrote a book on, let me show you the landing page for the book. Okay. If you go to goglobal.ng/WSB, you'll see the landing page for that book. Okay. So you help people, but while you are helping people, you are supposed to get paid for it. For example, all of this training, we are doing it for free to people. And then you see that many people register, but not everyone is joining live. That shows the level of unseriousness that people have, especially if they are not paying for something. Okay, so that is why you help people more when you even make your products, when you give your product a price. Okay, you help even people more when you give your product a price. So this is a landing page, right? I'm going to come back to this later on how that can actually help your selling of product. But this is actually a landing page, and you can see this is the ebook that I created, right? And this I actually created without involving any designer, and you can do the same thing. And I'm going to tell you how to go about that in no time. So why should you create digital information product? If you create digital information product, it is easy to create. Super easy to create. You see, the ebook I just showed you, right? I created it in less than a week. I created that particular ebook in less than a week. Tony Omotosho, one of the person who funded the Espania platform, he saw that I was making a lot of sales using my WhatsApp, and he asked me, "Do you have a guide about how you do this?" And he told me, I said yes, I have a guide, but it is not tailored to Espania. So I told him that I'm going to write another one. And within a week, he contacted me. I think it was on Sunday or so. Was it Sunday or Monday? Then I told him I was going to give him by Friday. And I was busy with other things, but when I had the time, I just finished writing it. And by Friday, I was able to send that book to him. And in just a week, we were able to make like 250,000 naira with that book. In just a week, we were able to make 250,000 naira with that book. And afterwards, I still sell the book. In fact, somebody still bought the book just this concluding week. We are in another week starting from today. So that is the power. And I was not even there. Now let me show you. In fact, let me take off this screen because I don't want you to see my email. But let me take off this screen and then show you something in my email, just to tell you that these things are possible. All right. Let me show you. I want to show you some proof of payment that that I got from people paying for the product. Okay. Just a second. Don't worry, we're going to get into. If you have any question, please drop it now in the comment section because we might not have a lot of time to go into questions and answer. All right. But as I'm teaching, if there's anything you want to ask, you can simply, ask that question. So, like I said, creating a digital information product is very, very easy. It's easy. I mean, it's simple. It might not be easy, right? But it's simple. Creating a digital information product is simple. It's something you don't need to have a large number of pages, for example, for ebook before you start selling your book. This my book, I think it's relative about 40 something pages, right? It's something about 40 something pages and it's sold like mad. All right. So now I want to quickly okay. Sorry. Okay, I think I can show you this my emails because the one that are here are not things that you cannot see. Let me just show you. All right. Now looking at this, you see these are my emails, right? As you can see, this is an email I still sent out today. I sent this out to people in the Microsoft email you so that they can join us for today's session. Now, this email that you are looking at, right? Let me quickly search for Paystack. I just want to search for Paystack because it was Paystack that I was using to receive the payment, okay? Paystack. I'm trying to see. That's when we started. Okay. How do I search for this? So, okay, let me search for receive payment. Okay. Sorry, I just want to show you some proof, okay? But it seems that I cannot see it right now. Okay, don't worry. I will come back to that. I will come back to that to show you. Okay. I don't want to show you my Espania earnings. All right. So now they are easy. I will come back to that. They are easy to create. Okay. Digital products are easy to create and they don't need too much inventory. Okay. They don't need too much inventory. If you are creating a digital product, you don't need to go and hire somebody to really create that product for you. All you need to do, is to just think about something that people are really interested in, then you now sell it to people, okay? And there are 3 niches that are very, very important when creating digital products. Number 1, we have business. Caleb was saying yesterday that he was selling things in the business niche. Okay, he was selling something in the business niche. So business is money and business is a good niche in case you want to sell a digital product. The second niche that is so important when you want to sell a digital product is relationship. Okay, relationship is another niche that you might want to look at if you want to sell a digital product. Then the third niche is health, right? So if you are selling something in the health niche, then you are bound to make money. So the first one I said is money and business. The second one is, what did I say is the second one? Somebody should remind us. Relationship. Then the third one is health. So how do you create, let's quickly go into how do you create a digital product, right? It's simple. You can use Microsoft Word. These are tools that you need to create a digital product. You can use a Microsoft Word or you can use Google Doc. I like to use Google Doc because I can easily work on it on my phone or I can work on it on my laptop. Even if I forget my laptop, if I just simply get an inspiration, I can easily go and start typing. So this particular screen you are looking at now is Google Doc. So if you want to go get the Google Doc, you can download the app on your phone. Google it's called Google Docs, right? Just search for it on your Play Store and then you download. Or you can go to docs.google.com or you just search for Google Docs and you're going to see it. So now let's assume that I want to create a product from scratch, okay? You just click on this. I like to just use the blank one to format it, but you can decide to use all these templates. There are a lot of templates here that you might want to use if you want to create stuff, right? For example, modern notes. There are a lot of templates that you can use. But for me, I just like using the blank templates, right? So I'll just click on blank. Now, you might ask me, how can someone get an idea, how can someone get an idea about the kind of products that you should sell? Looking at those 3 niches that I gave you the other time, then you can now decide to say, okay, me, I want to focus on relationship. I want to focus on money and business, or I want to focus on health. If you have a product on how someone can cure cancer, for example, you are really going to sell. If you have a product on how someone can win or woo a particular girl and make her fall in love with him or her, that is also good. All right, you can make money from that. If you also have a product on how someone can make more money online or can save more money online, then you are bound to make money. So in this case, let us know, which product do you think we should create something about that I should use as an example? Is it in the relationship? Is it in the money? Or is it in the health? Let us know in the comment section so that I'll use that as an example. Okay, I'm trying to still find something for you. So let us know. Okay, Olu Tola says health. Let us know, let us know, let us know, let us know in the comment section. Ajayi say money and business. The people with the highest one wins, okay? I'm seeing money. Oluwaseun says money. Let us know, guys, in the comment section, okay? Business, money. Let us know in the comment section. Which should we use as an example? Okay, let us know in the comments. Okay, I think people with business are kind of winning. All right, people in the business sector are winning a lot. I'm checking your comments. Money and business. Okay, money and business, money and business. Okay, let's go with people are saying, most of the people are saying money and business. Okay, since you are saying money and business, let us go into money and business. So now let's look at it. All right, let's look at it. Now, before you go into that, there are different ways to get idea about what you should write for. Don't just start writing something that people will not buy, right? There is a place where you get idea. Now, after getting your idea, then you now test that idea to see if it works. Now, there are so many places to get ideas, but I'll just mention one: Amazon. All right, Amazon. So let's go to Amazon. Type Amazon. Excuse me, please. So let's go to Amazon. Then let's go to, you go to Amazon.com. Okay, what we want to do with Amazon is we want to see what are people buying in terms of books when it comes to money and business. So let's type money and business, or if you go to all categories, you click on books, money. So you can just type money. So these are the books we have on money. All right, let me increase this. Perhaps you can see. Can you see it now? I hope it's clearer than before. All right. Okay, thank you. So that's money and business, right? So now when we type money here, you see that people are saying the first title we got here is The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, right? And you can look at it. Then next we see Tiffany Alichi. This even looks like a black person. It says, get good with money, all right? And so on and so forth. But that is not even where you will stop, right? Let's now look at under books, for example. You now look at let's see, look at the bestsellers, right? Under books, for example, here we have #1 bestseller, #1 bestseller. But the books, like I said, the category we want to go to is money and business. Can you see the category? Money and business. That is what you are looking at here. So I'm going to click on money and business here. So if you click on that money and business, then you now look at the best-selling books there. If something is best-selling, it means that people are actually buying it, okay? So if you can create a product around something like that too, you are most likely going to make money, all right? Money and business. Now look at the first one under it. We have Atomic Habits. Maybe people want to learn about how to make money, you know. We are under money and business. So now let us now click on, this is the bestseller, right? If you click here, you see bestseller. Guys, if you want to enjoy this section more, you can decide to turn the screen of your phone so that it will be on landscape, okay? So that you'll be able to see the screen very well. All right, so now let's go to see all. We want to see all the bestseller in this money and business category. Under money, look at it now. This guy is really making money recently. Look at it. 48,000 reviews. And not everybody that drop reviews not everybody that buys your product usually drops review. This guy has 48,000 reviews. Atomic Habit. I even have the book. Although I don't have it here in this office, I will have shown it to you. All right? Atomic Habit is a very great book if you can get it. Look at it, Rich Dad Poor Dad. This book has been selling a lot, right? So these are books on money, navigating B2 the 7, right? So let's go down. Let's just look at, because usually you cannot compete with those two people at the top, but just to give you an idea of what people are most likely gonna buy, right? This one says start with why. So now, having looked at all of this, look at the 10x rule. How to talk to anyone. One of the issues we have with Amazon is that people put books in categories that don't even belong to that category, and that is why we usually have problems with some things like that. But let me also click on, for example, another category under money and business. Let's look at small business and entrepreneurship. Right? Look at it. The dropout multi-billionaire. Right? Boss up. 0 to 1. So now, looking at this one, let's look at this boss up, for example. You now click on boss up. You now look at what people are saying about the book, right? Under the reviews. So there are some things that people will not add in this book, okay? And there are some things that you will add that people will like. So these are the things that you look at, and then you now add your own. So here, let's click on this 5-star now. We'll now click on it. So let's click on, most people will go and read the reviews that are good, but let us just click on the bad review and see what happens there. This one says, between an unbelievable amount of fluff, talking down moms who actually enjoy momming, repeatedly admitting that she preyed upon entrepreneurial-focused moms for her product, that she was good at getting people to do what she wanted. I found it difficult to continue past chapter 4. This book is unbelievably egocentric. As a working mom, I find deep fulfillment in myself as a mother, but also as a wife and business operator. So, just look at the things that are lacking in this book. People are buying a book because they want to see something. So if they are not seeing something, there's definitely a problem, okay? So you look at it, then you now say, okay, these are the things I want to add in my book. So now, after that, let me now give this book a title. So I can say, money making ideas for nursing moms. Or let me just say for what do we call it? Let's say for moms. So I just type it there. Let me increase it so that you can see it. So the title is money making ideas for moms. Okay, that is the title of the book. Now, after getting the title, right, you don't just go straight to writing your book. What you do next is now test the idea to see if it's going to sell. And how are you going to test the ideas? You can create a landing page on a website. If you don't know how to do that, you can get someone to do it for you. But a simple way to do that, guys, I hope you are still enjoying these sessions. Please let me know in the comment section. If you are enjoying this, type yes. Type yes. If you are enjoying this session, type yes. We have gone so much into the session, okay? But let me know if you are enjoying this. Type yes in the comment section. Okay, I can see people type yes. So now after type, I said the simplest way to actually go about this is to create a Google form. If you want to create a Google form, just go to forms.google or just type Google form. Then you create that Google form, you ask for people's names, you ask for their emails. If you like, you can ask for their phone number. Then you now say that look at, this is just the way you want to write it online. I am working on a book on how to help moms to make money even while, they work from home, right? Or I want to share, like, okay, let me give this book. Let's make it stronger because I'm just using this as an example, okay? That is why. But if you want to make this stronger, it's usually good to give numbers too. For example, you can say 23 money-making ideas for maybe home moms or for moms, right? Okay. So now, after that, after creating that Google form, right, you post it online on your Facebook. You tell people, I'm working on these 23 money-making ideas for single moms or for moms. If you are interested, the book will cost 5,000 naira. Or you can even say, I don't even know how much I want to charge for the book yet. But if you are interested in this and you are a mother, right? If you are a mother, then click on this link to join the waiting list so that you'll be the first person to know. Now, if you have so many people join that waiting list, it means that that idea is something you can sell. But if even one person does not join, or if you just have like 5 people, you should know that that is not an idea that is going to work, right? So you just go back and reframe your idea and then repeat that test. So if you have, let's assume that you have like 20, 25, even 100 people in the waiting list. Some of them are even messaging you inbox like, oh, guy, what are you talking about? How can I do this? How can I do that? That means you already have a market. Don't create a product for a market that does not exist. All right? Create a product that you are sure that this is a market you make money from. Okay? So that is because in as much as you are helping people, you must also be able to feed yourself. Don't be an hungry author. All right? And that is the mistake that so many people make. They'll just publish a book, bring it to people and say, hey, here is the book, come and buy. It doesn't work that way. You have to engage people. When I wrote my book, I have been there before. Before I finished writing the book, when I wanted to do the pre-launch, all right? Before I launched the book, I've had people who have pre-ordered. In fact, a guy bought 50 copies for 1,000 naira, and that is 50,000 naira, okay? So make sure that you start about that book it could be your email list, that those people that you collected their emails, start sending emails to them, build relationship with them, because if people don't know you, like you, and trust you, it will be difficult for them to buy from you. If people don't know you, like you, and trust you, it will be difficult for them to buy from you. So after writing this, let's assume that you now pass that test and people are interested in your 23 money making ideas for moms. Then you can now go ahead to write your book. So let me start writing. Now, some people will say, but I don't know how to write. If you don't know how to write, if you don't know how to write, you can say it in the form of an audio format, right? And then get someone to help you transcribe it. Of course, YouTube has that particular function. If you upload a video to YouTube that has audio, YouTube can help you transcribe it. Then you can now copy it and then edit it, okay? But if you don't want to go through that stress, you can get someone to transcribe it for you and then turn it to book. And if you don't want to write at all, Okay, if you don't even know, maybe you say you don't want to write at all, you can go to Fiverr. You get people to write for you for free. I mean, no, sorry, I say for free. It's not for free. You get people to write for you at a very cheap amount, and we call them ghost writers. When those people write for you, then they give you the book and then you pay them. In fact, we have a ghost writer in the content team. So if you are interested in that, just let us know in the comment section or in the Instagram group, so that we can connect you with that kind of person. But you can go to Fiverr and pay maybe $20, or less, or even more, and then they will write a full book for you, and it will be in your own name. You have the right to sell the book. Okay. I can see a comment from this guy say, can I test my idea on platforms like Quora? Yes, absolutely. You can test your idea from Quora. You can test idea on Facebook, right? You don't even necessarily, for example, now if you have a blog, you can create a blog and start writing content on it every week. If you see that people, usually comment on that blog post and they are interested, they say they want to know more, you should know that that is a market that you can sell. Guys, our time is fast spending. Now let me give you another idea on how to write. You can be writing every week on Facebook. Be intentional about what you post on Facebook. Okay, be intentional about what you post on Facebook. Don't just be posting anything anyhow, right? Most of my books, I have literally written it probably on Facebook or somewhere, or my email, and then I compile everything, right? So one of the ways to write a book, okay, is you can every week, maybe you choose a topic, you can start writing about it. Okay, so when you start writing about it, maybe you write the introduction today, and people are so interested in it, they are asking you more. You can even ask them for feedback. Okay, what should I write about next week? As they are giving you this feedback, you are incorporating them into your product. So when the product is ready for them to buy, they won't say they don't know you. Okay, don't just take a product and just say, come and buy. People will not buy from you. People have to trust that you can do that thing. Okay, so now let's move further. Let me just show you how to convert your stuff to ebook. So let's say that I am done writing this book. This is a book on how moms can earn money online. So let's say that I am done writing this book. I can then go to Canva, right? Canva.com. Guys, these are some of these things. I'm not going to do it for you here because no time. But you can go on YouTube and learn how to do some of these things, right? So you go to Canva.com, and on Canva.com, right, you create a flyer. I mean a book cover, okay? You see the template there is available. So you create a book cover, put your name. If you want to use your name, if you don't want to use your real name, fine, but I always advise that you use your real name. So after creating that book cover, right, then if you want to change that book cover to 3D, okay, like this. The book cover, after creating that book cover, it's not going to look like this. So if you want to change it to 3D, then you just come to DY. Okay, I will drop it in the comments on the screen. So you come to DIYBookscover.com. So just upload that book to it, and then it will change it to 3D like this for you. Okay. Now, this is a secret that many people don't know of. Okay. So if you just change it to 3D book cover like this for you, and then please, have somebody won the Glow? Let us know if somebody has won the Glow network. So you just go to this, you can screenshot it, you just go to this, upload that ebook cover, that looks like 2D, right? Then upload it to this website. After uploading it to this website, then it will transform it to any of these templates. Okay, you can choose the template that you want. You can use this, you can use this, or there's another website called Adjacent. Let me get it for you. I think it's Adjacent. Yeah, this is it. Adjacent, right? Adjacent.com. cover mocks. All right. Let me also get the link for you. Guys, these are value we are dropping. Hope you are getting this value, guys. Hope it is worth your time. Even if it's this one alone that you know, it is something. Hope you are getting value. Let us know in the comment. Okay, I think it was Balogo that is like the recharge card is incorrect. If it is incorrect, that's the problem. I don't know. I've already shared it. Maybe we'll share it later on, okay? I will confirm and then share it later. All right. But if anybody has won it, okay. So please let me know if are you getting value from this section? Do you think this section is worth your time? If it is worth your time, I want you to type your favorite emoji in the comment, right? Type in your favorite emoji. So after creating your ebook cover, then you come to this website, this edesyn.com/ this is the website, edesyn.com/cover-mocks, right? Then you now turn it to and okay, so our next speakers are not yet around, so I can just continue for now. So you see, these are the different templates that you can create, and all of these templates, they are free. Of course, they will tell you to pay if you want to have additional templates or you want to have a quality one, but you don't necessarily need that. You just want to use it for your website, okay? You want to upload it or use it online and post it to people. Because when people see books and things like this, they feel like, oh, this book is real, right? And then they might want to pay for it. So that is Edesyn. You can just choose any cover that you want, then go and upload that book that you created from Canva, and then you are good to go. So after creating your book and everything like that, you can now come to under file. Let me show this screen very well so that you can see everything. So you come under file, right? You come to under file, click on it, then you click on download as PDF. That is the way to, to change your book to PDF. If you are using Microsoft Word will require, I think, version 2010 upward. That is the only version you can use to change it to PDF. So after writing your book, make sure that you put terms and conditions and all of that. Make sure you put your chapters and everything. After formatting the book, then you come here and come to download. Then when you come to download, then you click on download as PDF, right? If I click on download as PDF now, it's going to download this. See, it's asking me where do I want to save it. Then it will just be downloaded as PDF. So any question, that is how to create an ebook and sell. Now, like I said, your ebook is not compulsory that your ebook has to be so many pages, right? It can just be 16 pages, right? The most important thing is that you have value that you want to give to people. So guys, ask your questions now. If you have any question, I'll be taking your questions now, okay? I'll be taking your questions now if you have any question. Ask your questions now. That is a simple way to create digital products. Now, you see, I already told you guys that we're going to be having, one of the things I want to do is we're going to be having master classes like this, especially there are some, especially for the VIP class of Ekiti Digital Summit, okay? So if you register as a VIP, congratulations. You need this one now, because of time, I cannot go into details, right? But in the VIP class, by the time we'll be having those master classes, we are going to, in fact, we are going to dismantle everything. I'm even going to show you how to upload on Amazon, how to generate more sales and all of that. Of course, not only the VIP, for example, we are also going to be having some free classes for people in the general class, from the participants, right? People who register. We're going to be having some master classes. But as usual, these master classes will not have replays, okay, except in some few cases, right? So make sure that you are always online when we are having those master class. But if you are in a VIP, be sure that you are going to get your own replay, okay? As immediately we finish processing all the videos, we'll send you all the replays, okay? Now, let me take some of the questions here. This Bolu says, thank you for the impactful session. You're welcome. Okay, this person said the card is used already. Okay, so that means that someone must have recharged the card here. Okay, please, if you are the one, let us know. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, so Olutolas Ayowale says, how do you now upload the book online? That is a very good question. Let me quickly show you one of the simple ways to upload your book online, okay? So if you want to upload your book online, you can just go to Google drive.google.com, or if you have a Google Drive on your laptop, okay? If you have a Google Drive on your phone, you can just go to your Google Drive, because either you are using phone or you are using laptop. What I'm showing you now is something that can work for you. In fact, I was privileged to teach some people in the UK this same thing on how they can do it with their phones, okay? So now, this is a Google Drive, okay? So after creating that particular product, then you come here. I'm trying to allow you to finish loading. Oh, sorry, let me show my screen so that you guys can see my screen very well. Okay, so like I said, go to drive.google.com, or on your phone, just download Google Drive. Okay, so everything that I'm creating on my Google Drive, you see, that I create on maybe Google Doc or on Google Slide is going to show here. Okay, it's going to show here. So for example, this is the product we just created. So let's assume that I have downloaded, you first have to download it as a PDF. Let's assume that I have downloaded it as a PDF, right? So I'll just come here. I'll come to this new, or on your phone, it might be upload. I'll just click on upload, file upload. Then I'll click on upload. Then I'll look for the document, the PDF, right? Because we don't have it here. So I'll just look for the PDF, then I will upload it. So after uploading it, then you now click on this. Let's assume that this is the document. You now right click on it, then you now click on share. So after clicking on share, it will load this particular screen on your laptop or on your phone. Then you now click on, because if you don't click here, it is restricted. So if you get linked with anybody like this, the person is not going to see it. So you now click on anyone with the link can view. All right, don't click on anyone with the link can edit. Make sure it is on anyone with the link can view, so that when you share with them, people can then download it. All right, so when somebody makes payment, all right, then somebody, after the person have made payment, right, then you now send that link to that person, and then the person will be able to download it. We have one of our guests here already, so let's be fast with this session so that we can finish it on time. All right. Okay, so I hope you are able to get that, Olutola, so you can download it on Google Drive. Now, if you want the payment to be automatic, so that even when you are sleeping, somebody pays to you, you can use Paystack to collect your payment. So immediately somebody pays via Paystack, right? Then you redirect them to that link for them to download. Okay, that is the way it works. But that is in the VIP class. This is not something we can discuss here right now because of our time. Say thank you for the impactful session. You're welcome. Okay, this guy Thomas Lillian say, how much does it cost to display our product on Amazon? If you want to upload your ebook on Amazon, it is absolutely free. But the way Amazon makes money is that they charge you certain percentage. So if you are charging within a range of products, Amazon will charge you 30%. Then if you are charging within another range, Amazon will charge you 70%. All right, depending on the product. For me, I use Amazon Kindle. And that Amazon Kindle, most of my books, I collect 70% royalty, while Amazon takes 30%. But on the platform, it is absolutely free to upload your book on Amazon. Okay. Adeleke says, how do I sell digital books on Amazon? It is the same thing. After creating this product, right, you just go to Amazon Kindle, upload your book at Amazon Kindle with some keywords. You have to do some keyword research. Okay. After doing that, you upload your Amazon, you create your ebook, you create your book flyer or ebook cover, then you upload it on Amazon, and then Amazon begins to sell for you. Right? You don't necessarily even to do promotion, but you can as well share it with friends and families or run even Facebook ads to sell your book. But it is absolutely, you don't even need to do promotion before you start selling on Amazon. My book is on Amazon, and sometimes I still get alert recently, but on my Pioneer, and I'm not doing any promotion again. Okay, so that is that. Okay, I'm gonna take this last question. Bimbo Rosemary says, can someone selling material things like food stuff use Amazon? Yes, you can. Okay, but Amazon, I think you have to be in the UK, because this is actually either UK or US, so that you put all the food stuff in their store, so that when somebody orders for you, they can easily deliver. But please, this is out of the scope of this lecture. Okay. The most important thing we are doing now is digital products, such that that what you're talking about is not digital products. If you want to create a digital product on food now, you can write a book. There is a man, Dr. Okwebawo, he said he does not even know how to boil an egg. So he created a product on food, how African best known delicacies or something like that. And he put it African, Nigerian delicacies, and Tanzania, all of these things. He created a series, and he's making like $1,000 per month, from that alone. So, so if you know how to cook, that could be something that you can look into. Okay, Precious says thank you for the session. You are welcome. Olushola says this session is too short, sir. Can we have more time? No, we cannot have more time. We have our guest here already. Okay. Upgrade to the VIP. If you upgrade to the VIP, aside even registering as a VIP, right? I will give you my my book on profitable WhatsApp business. I actually talk about how to create products, right? So I'm going to give you R for free to you if you register as a VIP. Okay, so make sure that you upgrade to VIP so that you can have that. Jessica says, can we continue to ask our question on the Telegram discussion channel so that we can have our next speaker? Okay, yeah, you can, but we will not be attending to questions in the Telegram group. Okay, so let us go on to the next session right now. So thank you guys. Thank you for that awesome session, for being so interactive on that session. And as we are waiting, I'll quickly get other speakers, because I can only see one of our speakers here right now. So let me quickly get the other speakers on board. All right. Yeah, so you can quickly ask your questions while I'm trying to get the other speakers, if you have any questions so far. Okay, if you have any question. Oh, okay. Bankole Folusho says, I cannot upgrade to the VIP. All right. We are going to drop that in the comments in the Telegram channel. But if you want to upgrade to the VIP, all you need to do is to visit ekitidigitisummit.com/VIP. Okay. All right. So I'm still trying to get our speakers, but then we have a very great person here already with us. Okay. I'm going to introduce him shortly. But before that, let me quickly get the other speakers. So if you want to upgrade, yeah, how can I upgrade? You have asked that question before now. If you want to upgrade, there's it on your screen. Just go to ekitidigitalsummit.com VIP to upgrade to the VIP class. All right, that is upgrading. You have access to all the replays of all the sessions, including including some of the sessions we are going to be having this year. All right, and it's actually for a whole year. That VIP classes until we are having the next summit again. All right, so maybe we just go ahead with the session. If they join us, fine, and if they don't, we'll just continue with what we are doing. All right. Okay. Let's get started. So this session we want to have is very dear to me and is very dear to you. The session is about investing in Ekiti. And it is not only a session about Ekiti, because when we talk about Ekiti, many people think that when you talk about Ekiti, you are talking about the mountains in Ekiti State, you are talking about the rivers and all of that. But the natural truth, when we're talking about Ekiti State, we are actually talking about we're actually talking about the people in Ekiti State. Okay, we are talking about the people in Ekiti State. So this session wants to talk about what are the opportunities that we can leverage on, that people are investing in Ekiti that we can leverage on. For example, we are supposed to have a representative from Microsoft. We're going to have a representative from the Knowledge Transfer Network, and we also have a representative of the government who will be talking about, investing in Ekiti, especially people from the diaspora. Okay, so those are the things that we want to discuss in this session. Okay, and I have with me at the back door right there. He's going to enter the studio very, very soon, right? I have with me here Mr. Lamidi Johnson, and he's from the Transfer Network. Let me quickly read his profile to everyone so that you guys can see, learn about him. Okay. I hope you are ready, guys. If you are ready for this session, I want you to type ready in the comment section. I want you to type ready. Okay. I want you to type ready in the comment section. Type ready. If you are ready for this session, type ready. Okay, Oweye says, we must become apprentices of who it is we are trying to talk to online and let their interests and common avenues of communication architect our web plans for us. Thank you, Shola. I never knew this before. You are welcome. You are welcome. So if you are ready for this sessions guide, type ready. Type ready. Wow. I can see a lot of people are ready. Typing ready already. Type ready. Okay, thank you so much. I can see all of you are ready. So let me quickly read his profile. Lamidi Johnson is the country lead, okay, Nigeria for the KTN, which is the Knowledge Transfer Network. All right. He believes that innovation, technology, and strategic partnerships leveraged by entrepreneurs are the fastest way to build economic prosperity in Africa. He designs, develops, and implements digital skills, entrepreneurship, policy, and capacity building platforms for startups, creating solutions for Africans' urgent problems that promote job creation and provide access for communities. Prior to joining KTN, Lamidi was the interim country director for the UK Nigeria Tech Hub and the director of partnerships and engagement at Ventures Platform. He is trained in business and entrepreneurship from Kellogg School of Management, Northwestern University, Illinois, USA. And he also has a Master's of Business Administration degree. Lamidi is one of the prestigious Mandela Washington Fellow and a Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation gatekeeper. When he's not designing business models or entrepreneurship problems, he's telling stories for businesses, creating narratives that inspire communication with customers, employees, and investors, and helping entrepreneurs form a compelling narrative around the solution they are building. Guys, welcome with me, Lamidi Johnson. You're welcome, sir. Wow.
Thank you very much. How are you doing, Shola?
Wow. I'm doing great, sir.
Great. It's good to be here.
It's so nice to have you here. Hopefully, I should be able to get the other speakers on board. The essay to the governor on diaspora affairs will soon join us. Then Mr. Yemi Orimolade, who is representative Microsoft, told me that is how did he even put it now? He's airborne. I was like, what's the meaning of airborne? He now told me that it meant that he wanted to travel, like he was supposed to take a flight, but he said he's going to walk around the time so that he could join us in time. So hopefully we should be able to have all of them here right now. So we should be going into the session right away. But before now, let our speakers, let our participants even meet you. I know I've already read your profile, but can you just give us a brief of what you do, especially with the Knowledge Transfer Network, sir?
Great, thank you very much, Shola. I got in early enough to hear you speak to entrepreneurs, and I'm really enthused by your work, Shola. That's really great. You call my name strangely. It's Lamidi on my Yoruba name. So I don't know why you're saying Lamidi. Lamidi. Kini was Lamidi.
Sorry. Lamidi Johnson.
It's Lamidi or Lamidi. Yeah.
It's Lamidi Johnson, no. I see people are even saying welcome, sir Lamidi.
Okay. Look at people saying Lamidi. It's not Lamidi, it's Lamidi.
Don't mind me. I was born and bred up in the north, but that's not an excuse anyway. Thank you so much.
I understand completely. I was also born and bred in I stayed in Bauchi for 17 years, so I get it.
Wow.
Well, my name is Lamidi Johnson. It's good to be here, Shola. Thank you so much for inviting me to the Ekiti Digital Summit. I'm really excited about this. This indeed is the very first public appearance I'm making since I joined the Knowledge Transfer Network about 6 weeks ago. And I kind of like know why this is happening, because the Knowledge Transfer Network is focused right now on Ekiti State. I've had conversations with several people within the ecosystem, several governors, and they're saying to me, Lamidi, why did you choose Ekiti State? Why Ekiti State? Why didn't you come to, I won't mention names, right? But
I know them.
Why didn't you guys come over here? And I'm like, because Ekiti State is so hungry, is so ready, super smart people who are not averse to technology innovation. They're forward thinkers, and they open their doors, right? I wanted to talk to the Honorable Commissioner of Finance and Economic Prosperity. I can anybody, and with one call, I get to him, and he gives me audience. He tells me exactly what I want to hear. So that's what I want, right? I'm here. I'm speaking with Shola Matthews, and it's a good conversation. We're very progressive, and so this is why we're doing work in Ekiti State. So the Knowledge Transfer Network is a new non-profit organization based in the UK, and we are just getting into Africa, doing work in Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa. And we pretty much foster connections between innovators in between countries, right? As you will know, the UK is pretty much advanced when it comes to technology and innovation. And in order to build our economy here in Nigeria, and more importantly, build economic prosperity, what we actually need are the collaborations, the connections, and the partnerships to make this happen. That is what we believe at KTN. So we want to partner with local organizations to ensure that they have access to whatever they require to build and scale their solution. So when we talk about supply chain management, waste management, agriculture,
Yeah.
transportation, finance, whatever it is, right? We want to make sure we build the connections we require as a country, especially to the right people, so that these innovations can come into the state. That is what I do at KTN.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. I know, in fact, like you said, this is your first appearance. Even before now, people have been asking, why Ekiti? Why Ekiti? And, and some people say that maybe because our governor is a kind of person who is so proactive in trying to attract investors to Ekiti State. But, we don't know. Up to now, we're still thinking that why Ekiti? But we are so happy that KTN is coming to Ekiti State. I think the SSA is having issues, trying to join. Hopefully, you should be able to join. Right. Okay. So this session basically wants to talk about investing in Ekiti, and our participant would like to know what exactly do you want to achieve, especially with the knowledge transfer network, or maybe we should even ask first what is the knowledge transfer network and how is it going to help the people of Ekiti State, sir?
Great, good question. So we're funded by the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office and Innovate UK. It's a 6-year program, and we are pretty much focused on several strands in the economy. So we want to strengthen investment pipelines. And what I mean is for people who are making investments in startups in Ekiti State or in the country, we want to strengthen that investment pipeline. We want to be able to foster open innovation. So it means that if there are challenges across a certain sector, we want to be able to call on other people within the same sector who can solve these critical challenges. So we call that challenge holder and solution provider. So challenge holders are the people who have the problem. For instance, you may have a problem in waste management, which is our focus this year, and we do a call for application and people within the ecosystem. And when I say ecosystem, I'm speaking technology, innovation, ecosystem. We call on these people, and we fund them, and we give them the linkages, the connections, and the partnerships, and they actually solve that problem, right? And so that's one thing. And the last thing we want to do is called the place-based innovation, and that is a place-based innovation that's actually focused on Ekiti states. What we want to do is to build a network of innovators, because we realize that without the network of innovators, then there will be no innovation in the ecosystem, right? And so one thing we're doing very, very critically, and we're thinking we're going to launch these in about 3 to 4 weeks. I'm due for a trip to Ekiti State to meet some of the stakeholders, and then we'll make a decision.
Looking forward to
Yeah,
seeing
looking
you.
forward to seeing you, Fela.
Yes.
So that what we're doing there is to build what we call a local innovation network, an LIN. So that network would house people like, I'm sure the people on this call, people who are innovators or they care about innovation, right? And they will make the recommendations. We're going to do something called an innovation action plan that says this is the pathway of innovation in Ekiti State. And somebody's on the call.
Yeah,
Should I go?
sorry, that is the SSA on diaspora to Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Femi Odere. You're welcome, sir. So you can continue, sir. We'll bring him in person.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You're welcome, sir, Mr. Femi. Thanks for joining us. And so we're going to do something called an innovation action plan, an IAP, and that action plan will pretty much support innovation in Ekiti State. So this is what we're doing in KTN and in Ekiti State.
Wow, wow, that is outstanding, guys. If you are there, you have question or anything, please drop in the comment section because we might not have time to go over questions and answer again and again. Okay, and Mr. Femi Odere, you are welcome, sir. It's so nice to see you here today. And I understand you were having an issue with joining the other time, but we are so grateful that you decided to still make it. Thank you so much for coming, sir. Um, Quickly, sir, because of our time, we would like to know what are some of the things that, because I know that you are the first time I even got to know about you was when someone who is not even from Ekiti State mentioned that, Mr. Femi, have you met him? That this person is really interested in helping young people in Ekiti State, in especially bringing people from diaspora to help Ekiti State. Sir, what are the things that you have done so far, and what are you currently doing to attract investors to Ekiti State, especially from diaspora?
Well, thank you, Mr. Matthew,
You're welcome, sir.
for counting me worthy to be among the participants of this very important conversation. And before I try as much as possible to recollect uh, my modest contribution towards developing Ekiti State,
Yes, sir.
economically speaking, for the most part, I want to thank His Excellency Dr. Kayode Fayemi for giving me this responsibility. And the responsibility would not have been given me if he has not found me worthy as well, that
Yeah.
I can push the envelope, if you will, towards the revitalization of the growth of the state and towards trying to harness the Indians in diaspora across the world for the development of this state in accordance with his 5 point agenda. So I'm grateful, and I'm extremely grateful as well for giving me the latitude, if you will, to express myself in the way that I see fit once I take into cognizance the responsibility that was given me, and also into cognizance the 5 point agenda of this our administration. So this expression is very important because I can get I am bold to say this because I have different colleagues, across the country who have
Yes,
the
sir.
same position as myself, who
Mm.
actually have better in terms of portfolio, whose portfolio are actually above my own, but has not been able to express themselves in the responsibility they are given. Maybe because their governors are not really don't really understand what they should be doing and all of that. So I'm very grateful for that. So having said that, let me give you a brief recap of when I started. I got my appointment in April of 2019 as the senior special assistant to Governor Kadi me on diaspora affairs. And I can say without being immodest that even though the appointment came as a sort of a surprise, but then it wasn't surprising at the same time because the governor did his background check in terms of what I have been able to do when I was a diaspora myself. I lived in the United States for close to 30 years of my productive life. And during that time, I was the consultant for the House of Representatives Committee on Diaspora when Abike Dabiri was in the House of Representatives. So, and it was from that angle that I saw the enormous potential and the contributions that Nigerians in diaspora can make, that our government really don't even understand how to harness these huge resource pool. And the governor knew that. He knew what I was doing when I was in America, in addition to being a media person and all of that. Now, so saying that to say that I pretty much have a good idea what I need to do because of the experience that I've been gathered, over time, starting from being the U.S. liaison to the House of Rep Committee on Diaspora Affairs under Honorable Abike Dabiri, who is now the chairperson, CEO of Nigeria's in Diaspora Commission, NICOM. So I hit the ground running, actually, if you can call it that way. And immediately I set up a WhatsApp platform to begin uh, to um, to to create the awareness that hey, uh, when if you are Ekiti indigenous in diaspora, an office has been created, for this purpose. They're begging you to look in the direction of Ekiti State for the economic development because I believe, and the governor also believe that the indigenes across the world forms a very critical part of any nation's or any state development, and that was the reason why he gave me that responsibility. So I started gathering, people, individuals from across the world. The people that I contacted too, they gave me some names and their telephone numbers. I'll call them, and long story short, the the WhatsApp platform now called APT Diaspora Forum has become a sort of a mini government in the sense that they have now constituted themselves into different committees and subcommittees. We have finance committee, we have agriculture committee, tourism committee, Harakati ranch committee, and as many as committee as you can. So in fact, I must also say that after a lot of acrimony, why is the government doing this? Why why do you want us to participate? The typical Nigerians in diaspora, it could be indigenous for especially people are not too happy with their government, and in some instances they have a point, so most people don't even want to have anything to do with Nigerian government, let alone the state government, because of what they believe that should be going on in terms of quality governance that was not going on. And I try to tell them, look, this is a new regime. We knew what the predecessor did and all of that, and that's not going to be the case this time around. Give us the benefit of the doubt. We have you in mind. We need you more than you need us, basically. So it was after so many cajoling and pleading and all of that that they now say, okay, maybe this government is serious this time around, or maybe this individual who has been given this responsibility to liaise with us is serious at this time. So then they started warming up to this administration. And I can tell you now that from this modest start, because the platform was created in June, actually, of 2019, the Cattle Ranch Committee actually have a proposal now that has been tacitly approved by Mr. Governor because they want to create a cattle ranch in Irele, Ekiti. I'm not sure if you know where Irele is at. It's in Okeaku. all this, because there's a grazing reserve that was established during the time of Baba Awolowo that has been basically moribund and comatose. So these are indigenous of Ekiti from different professional backgrounds and from across the country who never knew themselves, now beginning to say, heck, we've been criticizing government that they are not doing the right thing and all of that. But what it is that we ourselves are doing, and they now got together and said, look, we are going to uh, establish a cattle ranch in that corner of Ekiti. And so they are going to pump in 250 million naira in the first year. And in the next 3 to 4 years, they are going to increase that amount to 500 million naira. So it's a very comprehensive proposal that the governor already said, look, we're going to do this and all of that. So it is no longer a question of if Ekiti indigenes and diaspora are going to be a part owner of the economic development of this state. It is just a question of when. So that is one thing that I've been able to do to harness these resources from the indigenous diaspora for the economic development of the state, and also there is also oil palm and processing committee that they're actually working on a proposal too to develop a mass oil palm production farm in Ekiti State as well. And so this committee is actually waiting. Well, I'm actually waiting for them actually to have
All
these.
right. Thank you so
Sure.
much,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Just not to cut you short, actually, but that means with what you have discussed so far, it seems to me like what the diaspora is really interested in Ekiti is usually agriculture. Does it mean that we have, because this question is actually important to Mr. Lamide Johnson too, that is actually here from the Knowledge Transfer Network UK, but yes, he's serving as the country lead for Nigeria. They are trying to invest in Ekiti State, and so does it mean that Ekiti State has more potential when it comes to agriculture, Mr. Femi Odire?
Well, let me put this way: the country as a whole, if you ask me, should make agriculture its first template when it comes to economic development, because no country develops, by depending on others for their sources of food. So agriculture is one of Governor Fayemi's priorities in terms of developing and this state. So it is very important because, like I said, without food security, nothing else will matter at the end of the day. Even if you want to build blue chip companies and all of that, food security is a sine qua non, and this is the template by which we are operating. So it is not that agriculture is the only thing, but it's just that people also believe, and I'm talking about the indigenous in diaspora now, they believe that the land is just there, lying fallow. There is really no mechanized agriculture. All we are doing is subsistence agriculture and all of that. And they think that agriculture is what you can consider to be one of the low-hanging fruits when it comes to economic development of this state. And so that's how they started. And of course, there are other indigenous in diaspora who, either as a group or as individuals, that are doing one thing or the other. There's a gentleman who is actually based in Canada. He has an adult education literacy and adult literacy program somewhere in Ijoro there, and there's also an indigenous in the diaspora, Dr. Olopade. She's a scientist. She's a medical doctor. She's world renowned actually, and she's building a convention center in our village as we speak. So it is not only agriculture, but you have all these other individuals who are doing one thing or the other aside from agriculture.
All right, thank you so much. I will come back to you with another question.
Sure.
Once again, this session is about investing in equity, and we're
Yeah.
supposed to have three people on this panel. We are still expecting the representative from Microsoft because I can see people asking that is this for Microsoft? Yes, this is the session for Microsoft. Microsoft is actually included, but we are still expecting him to join us. Okay, so this
Okay.
question will go to Mr. Lamidi Johnson. Uh, People want to know in what, especially the youth, they want to know how this project, the place-based innovation, at the project is really going to help the youth. They want to know. They want to know how it can really help the youth. Can you explain how this can? Is it that's going to create more jobs, or what should we be expecting? Really?
So I think a lot, Shola. If you look at it as what does it deliver on a short term, I'll say connections. But when you look at it on the long term, then I'll say jobs. Because the
Hmm.
more people get to know that there is innovation within a certain place, then more opportunities come. And just piggybacking on the conversation we were having before this call, I could see that you were speaking to entrepreneurs, right? And
Yes.
so my comment on that would be as much as possible, build whatever solution you are building around innovation. Now, Shola Matthew was taking you through some movement of what he does in placing his products on Amazon and the likes, right? It means that technology is the way to go. And so, like Mr. Femi Odere said, if we're focusing on agriculture, it's going to be agriculture not as we know it, right? It's not the subsistence based agriculture, it's not the cutlass and hoe kind of
Yeah.
agriculture. Because if you are inviting investment or attracting rather investment from the diaspora, these people are pretty much developed and they won't be looking to invest pounds or dollars or whatever it is into an economy that is doing things in a hard labor way, right? You want to
Yeah.
leverage on innovation for these things. And so my advice, and very strong advice in fact, would be whatever you're building, how can you leverage on innovation to further build your product or solutions? That is what you should be thinking about. Think about people like Farm Crowdy. Think about people like Tribe Agric. Think about people like Hello Tractor. Think about people, like Outsource Global.
Some
These
of
are
the people,
people.
sorry, some of those people don't even know this farm crowd,
We,
hello
we have
tractor.
to. That is the point of what we're doing at Knowledge Transfer Network. This is the point.
Hmm.
It's saying, look, we have such vast natural resources in Ekiti State. We
Yeah.
have vast human capital in Ekiti State. Look, we did a rapid analysis in Ekiti State before we made up our mind. We had to do some research, and so we commissioned Afi Labs to do a rapid analysis research in Ekiti State, and they got back to us with these details. They said to us, "Look, Ekiti State has huge issues when it comes to agriculture, even though they produce cocoa and the likes, but there's an opportunity, vast opportunity in Ekiti State. However, they don't have the resources to build whatever it is they're building. They don't have the network, they don't have mentorship, they don't have the connections, they don't have the partnership, they don't have innovation." I'm like, this is the reason why we're doing this work, right? And so the our focus is to figure out how can youth, and you're going to do lots of capacity building programs to support youths
Wow.
who want to
That's
do
amazing.
who want to go into agriculture, right? And the focus for us is how can you leverage on innovation and technology to scale your businesses? How can you leverage on innovation and technology to create solutions that work? And I'm hoping that ultimately this wouldn't just be for Ekiti State, but even for surrounding communities around Ekiti State, where you are actually outsourcing your talent. I was speaking to Akinyoye Bodi about this, and he says to me, Lamide, success to me would be when we can outsource the vast human capital in Ekiti State out. That is what
Hmm.
success is. And it blew my mind when he said that, because it's super important for us to be able to build and support other communities, because that is when we're actually doing good work.
Amazing. That is building capacity and so that we can even be able to outsource things outside. That is actually very, very important. I know Akin they actually always likes to hammer on building people, and that is very, very, very important too. So Sir Mr. Femi Odere, this question is for you. How can I know, for example, now there was an event you organized, and let me try to bring that event to the screen so that other people can see it. This was an event. I believe you organized this event, sir.
Yes, I
Your
did.
office, right?
Yes,
Amazing.
my
So
office did.
yes, this was an event, guys. This was an event that Mr. Femi Odere organized, and you can see Are Afe Babalola and other great people over there, the governor and other people. Now, sir, the question is this: that is an event that probably to attract people, but what exactly can we do more now in your own capacity, government, private sectors, and all that? How can we do more to attract? Now, talking about attraction, attract people in diaspora to come and invest in Ekiti State. What are our roles as youth, private sectors, everybody? What do you think we can do to attract this diaspora, and how can we even get to them? I know maybe your office can help with that, but then you can also tell us how can we get to them? Is there a platform that they? I thought you talked about a platform, maybe like a WhatsApp platform where they all are, but how can we get to them? Then what can we do to attract people in diaspora to come and invest in Ekiti? Over to you, sir.
Okay, thanks, Shola. There's a lot that can be done actually, and I keep telling everybody that might want to listen, even including my own boss, Mr. Governor, and I keep telling him that look, the I have not even started scratching the surface as to what Ekiti indigenous in diaspora can contribute to the
And
development
sir,
of
this tenor is almost. I just want to say
yeah.
that this tenor is almost over now. We
Yeah,
are just
yeah,
scratching the surface.
yeah. It is almost over, but I'm praying that there will be a continuity, and governance never ceases. Uh, but the problem that we are always having as a people when it comes to governance is that there's hardly any continuity when a different administration takes over, and that has always been the bane of our development. And it is only when we realize that it does not matter who is there, that what matters is to look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is how do we develop equity, regardless who also of who's there, regardless of whether you even like the face of the person that was there before or not. And that is what needs to change. And I'm hoping that with the new administration, with the administration that is coming after us, that mindset will be in place. Now, coming back to what needs to be done, like I said,
Yeah.
uh, when you don't put the right template in place, you're always almost going to be taking one step and forward and two steps backward. What I'm trying to do in my own little way right now with this office is to situate the office in such a way that it will be institutionalized through policies and programs that the next person can actually take up from there. Because when I came, there was absolutely nothing for me to work with, even though there was this office in JKF1. And you would think that there would be this office, that would have been this office too during the Governor Fayoshe administration. But unfortunately, it was pretty much dead, just like in other areas of governance as well. But now it's like I'm starting from the scratch, just like this government started a whole lot of what it did in JKF1 all the way from the scratch, which should not have happened in the first place. If we believe that governance is continuity, if we believe that the development of the state is the major goal of anybody. You know, what I believe needs to be done, and that was the reason why I organized that summit, is that policies, policies, policies. There's got to be the right policy that can attract equity indigenous in diaspora, because if there's no policy that would specifically target them and for them to actually see the need to participate, and also to the need as to what is in there for me, because we cannot fool ourselves too. Even though they are indigenous of the state, yeah, some people will have these kind of benevolence contribution, whereas some people will look at it purely from a business angle. That okay, if you want me to to bring $1 million to invest in the state, what am I getting for my money? And that is where policy comes in. That is where a lot of incentives will have to come into play to attract this set of people. So the summit is one avenue, because I thought about the fact that even though we are talking about equity development, there are some things too that Ekiti State may not be able to do single-handedly, that it may need the collaboration of other sister states. So in other words, while we're trying to go to do it on an individual basis in terms of the 5-point agenda of government and all of that, but there are some things too that can be better achieved if it is done collectively. And the example of what can be done collectively is this issue of security, for instance. And that was one of the resolutions that came out of that summit. That look, the issue of insecurity now is not localized to Ekiti alone. It's localized, it's across the board. So in other words, if Ekiti state government is able to secure its state from all these bandits and all of that, what about Oyo State? What about Ogun State? What about Osun State? If an indigene is coming from Lagos and he knows that Ekiti State is secured, if he believes that Oyo State is not secured because he has to pass through Oyo, if he believes that Osun State is not secured because he has to pass through some from border towns in Osun, it's not going to come to Ekiti. So so there must be a sort of a holistic approach to the issue of insecurity, and that was after the summit, I started going to the State House of Assembly to speak to their speakers, and we came up with Ekiti Diaspora Security Trust Fund. What is that? The Security Trust Fund will be a pool, will be like a basket where Southwest. No, I'm sorry, not Ekiti. It's Southwest. We created Southwest Diaspora Security Trust Fund. What that means is that there is going to be a basket of security funds that Southwest Nigerian indigenes from the Southwest extraction can put funds and resources and things like that for the collective usage of the Southwest government, so that the issue of insecurity can now be approached in a more collective manner, just like you have the Amotekun, which actually was initially set up to be a collective effort until the federal government said, no, you can't do that. And I said, okay, fine, we are going to do it individually. But at the end of the day, it's still going to be, Amotekun is still going to be a collective security apparatus at the end of the day. So that's one of the things that we need to do. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. We just have 5 minutes to go. And we just had 5 minutes to go, and we're having Mr. Orimolade from Microsoft here. But then I would just want you to give your final word, right? Okay. Before you go, Mr. Lamidi Johnson, please give your final word just in seconds. I know you are very good at storytelling and all of that. I've been following you. So please, in just less than a minute, your final word.
Build solutions users love. Y Combinator says this every time, right? We need to think big. bigger than our immediate community. We need to think bigger. How can you create problems? How can you create solutions that solves problems, national problems, global problems? And the moment we stop thinking about just Ekiti State, but we think about the vast human capital and resources we have in Ekiti State that can create solutions outside Ekiti State, then we have become an innovative state. Thank you very much,
Thank
Shola.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Lamidi Johnson. We so appreciate your time up with us. Mr. Femi Odere, your final words for us before you leave.
Thanks, Shola. My final word is actually going to be sort of an admonition to the youths, because the future actually belongs to you guys, and I will implore you to continue to push the envelope, to continue to challenge what you believe are not right in terms of providing quality governance, and to also continue to be a good ambassador, because a lot of things are actually happening in terms of the youth, taking into all kinds of criminalities and all of that. And
Yeah.
it is you, Shola, and your friends and your colleagues that can stand in the gap to actually make this youth to see the alternative of life. That it is when you apply your brain into something productive, even though you might not be getting the desired benefit immediately. And life is not like about getting desired benefit immediately. Anyway, you know, once they begin to see people like you interrogating the issue, coming up with ideas and doing his own bit and talking, because you can talk their language more than I can talk their language.
Mm.
If I gather some views together and don't
Thank
they
you
would
so
like
much.
and solid no jare, but you know how to talk to them. So that is what I will want to be my final word. That
Right. Thank you so
yeah,
much,
yeah,
sir. Thank you
yeah,
so much, sir. I really
yeah,
appreciate that. And
yeah,
we really thank you for creating our time, including Lamidi
yeah,
Johnson, for the
yeah,
opportunity to come here. Before
yeah.
we close, sir, you might want to take your leave if you want. I would like to bring on board Mr. Orimolade Olamuyemi to quickly talk about that Equity Microsoft opportunity so that people can, learn about it before he leaves. He has really been on the road since he just landed in a flight, and then we'd like to have you. Are you there, sir? Mr. Orimolade? Okay, I guess he's not there, so maybe we'll find another time to bring him on board for this particular program. Thank you so much, sir, Mr. Femi
Thank you,
Odere.
So
Shola.
thank you.
Thank you, Shola. I appreciate it.
All
Yeah,
right, sir. Thank
thank
you,
you.
sir.
Bye
See you
bye
on the
now.
other
All
side.
So
right.
thank you very
Bye bye.
much. Thanks, Shola. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. We can hear you.
Fantastic. So thanks for the opportunity to be here, and super sorry, apologies for not meeting on time, had delayed flights and all that, hence why the issue. So, and again, I'm just going to just piggyback on both what the initial speakers that have been, they had said in terms of the talent base that resides within Ekiti State as a whole. And we all know that Nigeria is the third largest country in the world with a heavy youth population. And the question here is, what are we doing to that size that would make them close the gap
It's
in
like
advancing? So,
okay.
so
Go
what
ahead.
we
We
have
can hear you.
done is, that we have created training opportunities where individuals or young people within the state can be upskilled. And upskilling here is obviously ensuring that people have the required skills to succeed and will create economic opportunities for them. In collaboration with the Ekiti State government, what we have done is that we have been able to make this content free and available for those individuals who intend to start a journey. Is free and available. It is available for them to access. It is available for them to access. And what we have done is that we have created training opportunities where individuals who intend to start a journey is, what we have done is that we have created training opportunities where individuals who intend to start a journey is, what we have done is that we have created training opportunities where individuals who intend to start a journey is making payment for close to 2,000 individuals who want to take certificate, or what we've called IT industry certification, right? And all you need to
Yeah.
do is, if you are there, just go online to opportunity.linkedin.com, or there is a special link by the Ekiti State government. I think Shola can share that with us.
Yes. We're going
Once
to
he
do that.
shares it with you, you have the opportunity to start your upskilling on non-technical courses. In all, we have 10. Of the 10, there are 7 that are
Okay.
non-technical. Things like graphic design, digital marketing, financial analyst, customer service, sales representative, project manager,
Management.
data analyst, website development, and network administrator. It is these technical courses that leads into you having an IT industry certification. So that's it in a nutshell. And on that, I just need to say this at this point. If you were to do those IT certification, it will cost you nothing less than $165 or
Yes.
$200. If you
Mm.
convert that in naira terms of today, that should be something close to um 100k
Like 50,000 naira.
or 80k. But
Yeah.
the Ekiti State government is bringing that for you free. So with that, let me end here, because I know your time is fast spent. Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes.
very much, Shola, and thanks for listening.
Thank you so much for the for coming on board. We are going to share that link with other people. I mean, in the Telegram community, for those who have registered, to let them know about it. Thank you so much. Now we are moving on to the next session. Mr. Moses, why am I saying Moses? Because of your first, the Orimoladi, I was trying to say Moses, but then it's okay. Thank you, sir. I see you on the other side. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
All right.
really appreciate.
Yeah. Bye, sir. Thank you. All right, guys. So we now moving to the next session, and very soon I'm going to bring on board the people who are going to be on this panel. We already have them at the back end, right? And they are going to be talking to us about, gender, right? Closing or bridging gender equality in a digital world, right? Bridging gender equality in a digital world. And to anchor this session, um, we have Ayo Tomiwa, right? We have Miss Ayo Tomiwa Ayodele, right? And then after that, we also have people on this panel. We have um, Ayodele Brown Akande. Hopefully, you should be able to join us in no time. And we already have uh, Mrs. I mean, Tuminino Adedeji, at the back end over there, watching us live, and she will be joining us here. All right. So right now, before we move into the session, I just want to make an announcement, just like the Microsoft, the Mr. Ori Molade has been talking about. Okay. He said that we are going to share the link with you, and of course we are going to share the link with you. Okay, we are going to share the link with you so that you can take that course with Microsoft. Okay, it's normally you are supposed to pay like $100, on each of those courses, but Ekiti State government is paying for the first 2,000 people to complete the training online for free. Okay, so make sure that you are here. I mean, you take the course, and it's absolutely free. So let me bring on board the people for this session. Here we have our mommy on the top. We have Tuminino Adedeji, and then we also have Omowumi Ogunrotimi. Right, these are the people who are going to be on this session. We are also waiting for Akande, right? We are waiting for Akande, which is AY Nigeria, to join us. And we also have with us Ayo Tomiwa Ayodele, who is going to moderate this session. So very soon you will not see my face again. You see the faces of these beautiful women and a man that will soon be joining us. So over to you, Ayo Tomiwa, as you moderate the session. Thank you. I think she's having a little issue with her network. Maybe you might want to move to another
everyone.
place.
I'm sure you've been having a nice time so far. I see among me, I see Minino there. Okay, it seems it's the ladies' world tonight. Where is Ayo? Please, if you can hear me, please, can you signify, please?
I'm trying to get in. Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Sure, I can hear. Okay. I actually thought I was talking to myself. Thank God. Good evening, everyone, and it's a great privilege to be here this evening to moderate this session, and that is bridging gender equality in the digital world. Okay, now that I have some veterans, we call them veteran gender advocates. You're on point. Please welcome with me, Mr. Marino Adidi.
There's an echo there.
Yes, there's an echo. Is it from my hand?
Yes, I think so. So you might start to use or maybe for any of that stuff around you. Yes, it's echoing.
Nobody else is around me.
Or if you have an earpiece, you can use
it. Is it better now? I'm using my earpiece.
Oh, wow. Okay, you can go ahead. Let's see if it will work.
Okay, can you? It seems better now.
Yes, it's better now.
Wow, this is not cool. Oh, Shola, are you sure it's not from your hand?
No, it's not.
Because the echo comes in after whenever you speak.
Okay, let me do something.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Okay.
You can go ahead, man.
Barista Wumi, this is your shelf, eh? It's intimidating.
You can go ahead, man.
Life of a lawyer.
Interesting. Okay, so Mr. Shola, are we good now? Or we're still waiting? I still think the echo is from his end. Now that he's not here, seems fine. Okay, I need to use my light. Okay, since my face is better here. Can we just go ahead or, okay, we are good now. Okay. Once again, good evening, everyone, and it's a great privilege to be here this evening to moderate this session where you have beautiful ladies on the panel. Yes. And I'm glad to welcome Mrs. Minino Adedeji, the Executive Director of BGIF, yes, BAMI Gilead Foundation. BGIF, well, BGIF is more popular than the full name anyway, because Mrs. Minino, thank you so much for joining us. Good evening. Your mic is off, please. You can just check the button. Your mic is off.
Okay.
Yes. And the Executive Director of Gender Mobile Initiative, Barrister Mo.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear now.
Okay.
Yes. Barrister Mo, so glad to have you join us on this session as well. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Ayatomiwa. Thank you so much for having me. And
It's a
also, good
privilege.
evening to
And
my colleague, Tuminino.
Yeah,
yes.
good evening, mommy. Good to see you again.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now we are talking about bridging gender equality in digital world. And then I know both of you. Okay, so where is AY Nigeria? It's supposed to be on this session. Or AY is still enjoying this conference. Shola, okay, I guess it's going without saying. Okay, so ladies, I know this is what you've been doing for a long time. This is what you're known for when it comes to gender advocacy, talks about gender equality. Yes, your names come to fore when you mention these things. So that is why we'll be doing justice to this topic today in the digital world. And let me use this opportunity to appreciate the organizers of Ekiti Digital Summit. Well, it's the first of its kind, and it's really commendable so far, and it's quite enlightening. So, over time, the gender gap has been, the gap is so obvious, though we know that the gender gap keeps increasing day by day in various fields, especially in advocacy. Now that efforts are ongoing at different levels, you'll be surprised that with the advocacy, why do we still have this gap? Why do we still have this low number of in terms of gender equality in different sectors? And tonight, let me start by saying I must commend both of you for what you've been doing so far in your different fields. And so far, how have you been able to tackle or advocate for this gender equality? Let me start from you, Mrs. Tuminino Adedeji.
Okay. I'm happy and delighted to be here this evening. I laudable for the opportunity given to me to be one of the panelists on this session. Why we are advocating for gender equality is because we have identified between people in all ramifications, in all spheres of life. We have several reasons why these gaps have been very first, not let me say the first day, say it has been for many years, and we have several backings um, to justify that these gaps for many years now. But coming up with gender advocacy, we have known that any society will develop by discriminating against a part of, not just a part, but a vital part of such society. For example, we all know that in the global population, women has about of the population, discriminating about 50%. That's
That's like
a
half.
particular section of the society, and you want development. That is why we are coming up to say we need to advocate for gender. And then, if we want to talk about the human rights, every both, and then we should be treated as such, not as just one part of the society, but as human, because everyone, regardless of your genitals, regardless of your physical or biological makeup, you are human. So we should also be treated as such. This is major reasons why we are doing gender advocacy.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Barrister Maunwi, I'll come to you now. looking at the digital world now, would you say the digital world or economy is being gendered?
Thank you, Ayotomiwa, for that question. And I would also like to, thank the organizers for this golden opportunity to share, and also commend my sister and friend Tumininu for all she said, which basically underlies why Big If is doing the work that they are doing. And every other person in the space is also, collaboratively working to see that we achieve a world that is equal. So in terms of the word being gendered, I think it's really important that, we provide some background as to what, the concept of something being gendered, what it means. So when you're talking about, something being gendered, before we then extend it or narrow it down to the digital space, you're looking at how gender determines and limits opportunities. So if we are then talking about whether or not, the digital economy or the digital world is gendered, of course it is gendered. In terms of access, it is gendered. And if you look at, digital economy or digital world, what does this mean? We're talking about the availability of digital tools in terms of communicating on internet, on digital and smart spaces, and also even, in terms of using ICT tools generally. So if we're looking at it realistically, you'd see that in terms of access to internet, in terms of access to digital tools, in terms of access to opportunities, even within the digital space, digitally enabled spaces, you'd see that, it's highly gendered. And in terms of, immeasurable impact on the lives of people across the globe, the kind of impact that ICT has had in the lives of people, you'd see that speaking about this impact too, it's highly gendered. Talking about access to technology and the use of technology itself, you'd see that access is not universal. Men are able to access technology or the use of internet more than women. And the reason is so simple. It's as a result of inequality that has been entrenched in the system, which is a byproduct of several factors. It's cultural, it's social, it's political. So when you look at this across different dimensions, I mean, in general, everyone knows that even in rural communities these days and even urban communities, when you look at ICT in environment of learning, in the workforce, you'd see also that it's, a field that is stereotypically dominated by men. So this also talks about the gendered nature of the digital community. And in general, in the grand scheme of things, this has some kind of overall impact on the lives of women and even in the lives of men.
All right, thank you. So let me pick from your word now. What do you think are barriers that create and sustain gender inequality in the digital world? Because you just talked about the grassroots now in the interland, and that this gender thing, the ICT world, so I know it's kind of wide and then it's inexhaustible. But maybe you just mentioned.
I mean, that's a really tricky question, but it's straightforward. I say it's yeah. I say it's tricky because it's multi-dimensional. It's multi. There is some sound in the background somewhere. Okay, because it's multi-dimensional, it's multifaceted. If you're talking about access, we need to do a bit of analysis because these issues are cross-cutting. So when you talk about barriers, you'd see that I mentioned earlier that these are rooted in social, economic, political factors. Because we live in a world where a lot of times most of the things we do is defined by patriarchy. And of course, speaking about patriarchy, it has to do with male domination. So also talking about our cultural practices that continue to subjugate women. So I imagine that this might also apply to you. Growing up, if you had maybe male siblings, you'd realize that the expectations of the expectations that the society kind of craft for the male children is different from what the society crafts for the female child. And that's why, for me, at all times, I always like to reference this book, Leaning by Sheryl Sandberg, who is
Okay.
who is the COO of Facebook, which is one of the biggest companies in the world today. Where she talks about expectations of girls and, of course, expectation for boys. This somehow kind of, constitutes some kind of barriers. And for women, we experience both internal barriers and institutional barriers. So we live in a world where, as women, even when we thrive in the little space that we occupy, we kind of attribute our success to external factors. But when you look at males, when they thrive, they attribute the success to their personal effort. You'd see a girl say that, I was able to, I came first because the lecturer kind of maybe was lenient with the marking scheme, or things like that. But when a man actually succeeds, it tells you, I came top because I'm very good at mathematics. So these are like
And not
internal
about
barriers,
competence.
and not about competence. Exactly. So these are like internal barriers. And then, speaking about external barriers, which I would call the institutional barriers, which a lot of times we tag the proverbial glass ceiling. This barrier, social,
Yes.
the cultural ones, that I talked about. So it's really important that, we address some of these barriers, because they continue to impact girls' ability to actually desire to be more. Girls' ability to also reach for goals that their male counterparts also reach of. I can't remember precisely the McKinsey report that talked about aspiration. And they said when they checked the report, they saw that when they asked men what they wanted to be, a lot of men said they wanted to be president, but no woman said she wanted to be president. Why? Because perhaps within us, we just feel that that position is not for us. So these are kind of barriers that continue to enjoy some kind of acceptability. And because of that, nobody is talking about it, spaces that enable these barriers to thrive. So we need to address the cultural, socio-economic, political barriers for us to actually be able to bridge the gender gap in the digital world.
Okay, so that brings us to the next question from your submission here. So, how do you think these barriers can be addressed?
Okay.
But she
I
has
want to
outlined so
appreciate
many
Omo for
internal
highlighting those
institutional
barriers.
barriers. So, but then we need to know these details.
Okay.
Okay, I think our network is not too good.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can hear you.
Please.
Okay.
Yes, please go ahead.
So I will start by saying that she has rightly analyzed the political barriers, the institutional barriers, and she talked about the internal barriers. I also want to talk about the cultural barriers, because before a woman or a girl can think this is what I can do, or this is who I am, or this is what I cannot do, something has socialized that girl to think that way. So she does not wake up one day and say, I cannot do this, but something somewhere or somebody somewhere has socialized her to say that this is, you are a this, you are a girl, for example, and this is what girls do, and this is what girls does not do. So that is why we have so many girls saying, ah, no, this is not for girls, this is for boys. So that's why I'm going to address the cultural part of it, because like Shirley said, it is everything we are talking about is embedded in this our so-called patriarchal system of the society. Everybody believe it is, many people, don't let me say everybody, many people believe it is the men world, and everything should revolve around the men, the male folks. So culturally, we need to start letting our people, our culture, we need to start advocating for a change of um, values. Okay, let me say cultural values that makes it look like this, the word is meant for a particular set or a particular gender, and so the other gender should just support or should just do the minor or minimal thing to support the main gender. So we need to start addressing that, and before we address that as a society, we need to start as an individual. As an individual, we are a member of a family. You know, a family is the smallest unit of the society. So from our family, we need to start making it like a value, a family value that all gender are human. So you know, many people don't want to hear equal. I don't know what the issue is when you say all gender are equal. Now everybody starts all head will start rolling. But let's just be lenient. Let's say we are all human. We can't debate being human. So all gender are human, and we should be treated as such. So if gender A can do this, gender B can also do it, as long as we are not using any parts, any biological parts to render that to deliver that role or responsibility. For example, we cannot say that a man should carry pregnancy because all genders are equal. We cannot say that a man should breastfeed the baby because all genders are equal. But as long as you don't need any of the biological setup to carry out a particular role or to do a particular thing or to achieve a particular goal, then you can do it regardless of your gender. So we should start raising up our children, every member of the family unit, to respect all human regardless of their gender, and to support
Of their
them
gender.
to be what they want to be regardless of their gender. To also encourage them that anybody can be whatsoever they want to be regardless of their gender. So that way, when you start from the family, it will translate to the community where we have the cultural thing coming up from, and then it will also go to the society as a whole. Then we will now talk about, because when we talk about institutional setup, structural setup, political policy framework, and all of that, it is human that comes from one family or the other that are responsible for all of these things that we want to talk about. So we need to take it from the roots, from where we start from
the
as
family
human,
first.
to start addressing those issues. And
All right.
one of the
Omo.
okay.
Okay, before AY Nigeria, I see you are here. AY, Ayodele Akonde.
Yes.
Oh,
Apologies
finally,
for
he's
coming.
here. Good evening
Yes.
and welcome.
Yes. Good evening. Good evening,
Okay.
Sister
Apology a
Yellow. Good
little
evening.
excessive.
Yes. I'm sorry. I just came in. I am really sorry. I'm happy to have joined the conversation.
All right. Thank you for joining us and welcome. Sorry to cut you short, Tuminino. Well, Ayo, as AY Nigeria, whatever you would prefer to be called. Yes, the topic we are treating is bridging gender equality in a digital world. You are an OAP and the initiator of AY Nigeria Goes to School. So you're more like one of the gender advocates we have among the new folks, at least. It's a good thing that we have that. So we're talking about the digital world or digital economy being gendered here. Omoumi has asked, she highlighted several of these, and she also talked about the barriers that are being created in the digital world. We talked about the social, the economic, the political, and cultural factor Some are internal barriers and institutionalized barriers, which are we call external barriers. So before you joined us shortly, Sumininu was talking about how we can address these barriers. So I think you should take it up from there as well. How do you think we can address these barriers in the digital world?
All right, thank you very much. And first, let me acknowledge the presence of Omoumi Ogunrotimi, who I believe has done a great job speaking before myself. And of course, I appreciate my sister too,
Yes.
to DDG, and to you too. Thank you so much for doing a great job. So, uh, looking at the conversation, I figured that it's imperative that we explain that the digital world is more like a replica, or in most cases, an advanced replica of what the real world is. Now, so if the real world is a corrupt world or a system, a corrupt system, the digital world or the digital system is supposed to be a sophisticated version of that. If the real world system is a patriarchal and gender biased system, then it means that a digital setup or the digital realities that many of us in the world will be exposed to would also be gender biased and patriarchal. So, what the digital world will expose people to is the reality, or maybe an advanced level of the reality that many of us cope with. And the danger is in the word advanced. So, it means that it most times raised to power 10, in most cases raised to power 100, whatever degree of bias, of violence, or wickedness, whatever. In this case, we're talking about gender-based violence, sexual and gender-based violence, and issues around gender raised to power 10. So I think that the conversation is right now, because one of the things that we need to begin to look at is the reality on ground. How far we as a people have gone. Now we're talking about Nigeria, but I would not want to limit it to Nigeria. I would not even want us to limit it to Africa. But a lot of people want to think that maybe the Western world has gone far in advancing at least gender balance. But just like I caught Mrs. Tumini Adediji saying, that she said that people really don't want to hear or want to have a conversation about a male and a female being equal. Why can't we have these conversations? Why are people not ready to accept or talk or, accept the fact that a man is equal to a woman is not equal, is also equal to a man, Why are people shying away from those realities? It all shows how biased we are to a particular gender. Because if you say that a gender is not equal to another, that means that we believe as a people that a gender is supposed to receive more things than another gender. And by even merely talking about it, is that even fair at all? Look at our economy, look at the trickle down effect on our economy, our family system, our social system, our financial structure. Are we saying that this other gender that looks to have been disenfranchised, does not have things to bring to the table, cannot lead, cannot show forward, do not have abilities that the other gender has? Why do we shy away from this conversation? And I think that as gender advocates, I am always at the forefront. I mean, in recent conversations in my journey recently, I've had to also personally press these conversations with a lot of people because it seems to be a huge pain, especially when you talk about Africa as a picture. So I think that we need to begin to have these conversations. We need to also be able to run researches to see how people respond to gender biases in terms of occupation, in terms of profession, in terms of access to social amenities, and down to even politics, leadership, and then run some level of activism targeted at reorienting people all over. Now, women, we start with women. Now, you and I would agree that the most disenfranchised gender are young children and women all over the world. I mean, there are times when I say this, that my friends who are guys, they say men
Okay.
too suffer. say men also suffer bias.
Yes,
And
anyway, I think I have to cut you short at this point because I know if I leave you, we'll go on and on and on and on. But we still have other things. Okay, we've talked about these things. We've identified some of these barriers and the gap. We really need to look at ways where we can address this in details as well. But before I go on, you being an OAP gender advocate, I'm sure you have an insight. Can you tell us what is the state of female leaders in terms of ICT policy and governance generally? Can you just give a rough statistics?
okay,
You want Nigeria?
yes, rough statistics. I might not want to put anything out right now because data is a huge challenge. But from my wide experience, I think within Nigeria, well, we seem to have a few women coming up in terms of ICT, plunging themselves into this pool, learning artificial intelligence, beginning to learn data analysis, and all of that. But I also noticed that there are a few impediments to some of these things, and we really need to get more women, not even just women, younger girls in secondary schools, in the DSS, in the SS, get them to also understand some of these things and then begin to see. Because on average side, the average focus of a young girl right now is not artificial intelligence, it's not technology, it's not ICT, it's how to get married to the right man, give birth to children, and keep a home at all costs, no matter how much abuse she's exposed to. So we need to do more education on this, and I think that this is what I do everywhere I go I have the platform. So I think we continue to do education. But one thing before I stop or take a break is the fact that we also need more men to come on board about these issues. Men who believe in using the concept of equal
Okay.
men, and then
All right.
be
Thank
able
you
to
so much, Ayo. Okay. Um, Sumininu, so how can we leverage technology now to address forms of gender inequality? And you're talking about that already, advocacy, and the advocacy is everywhere these days. Sumininu, can you hear me, please?
I can hear you.
Okay. So my question is,
Yes, I
how can
can
we
hear you.
leverage technology to address this gender inequality? That's the question.
Okay. For example, we all know about the social media presently. So I think it's the hot thing for now. One of the major tools for advocacy, aside doing policy advocacy, even if you want to do policy advocacy, you can still do it on social media. So there are so many things we can use social media to do. So and using social media, you need technology. For example, I know what gender mobile is up to, especially when it comes to
I
fighting
was still coming to that.
gender-based.
I actually wanted to talk about that first before we go to gender mobile. She's going to talk about
Yeah,
it as well
so
and enlighten us.
I know. So I'm still talking about technology, using technology to advocate, and also to leveraging on technology. So another thing, and when we are talking about using technology, we also need to look at the barriers around women accessing um, this ICT tool, and then how we can also help them. For example, when we talk about one of the barriers, when we talk about women or girls having access to technology and all of that, we talk about education level. When we have almost all the teenage girls being dropped out of school because of teenage pregnancy caused by probably gender-based violence, the level of education will also affect how you want to access technology to either fight for your right or access technology to empower yourself, because there are so many advantages of being able to leverage on technology. So if we are talking about the level of education is one of the things. Then also we look at also the capacity, the financial capacity of women. I was looking at the document this afternoon, and I saw UNESCO was talking about 30% of women being, when looking at the researcher all around the world, we only have 30% of women being a researcher. Why? Level of education. Then if you don't have education, how will you have access to good paid job? So if you are talking about, for example, a woman that is selling vegetable for a living, how much will she make from vegetables that she will make a living from that, and also want to have probably an Android phone that can access the internet, that she can maximize to leverage on the technology to gain, to have the gains of technology. So we should also look at the financial capacity of women. So all of these things are things that we should look at first. Then we can now talk about empowerment of girls. We know many women now that I am not sure that, especially the older ones, I'm not sure there's many things we can do to remedy their situation. But the upcoming generation, the girls, what
Network just chose
we
to
can
mess up.
leverage on social media technology, every ICT to help them to. Hello, am I off?
Yes, yes, you are.
Hello,
Hello,
hello.
please go on. Wow. Okay, I think the network or something.
I'm on,
Well,
right?
yes, you are, please.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear
Okay,
you.
so can I speak on? All right.
Yes, please,
So,
but you have to wrap up because we need to go to the next
okay.
question
So
because of
when we
our
are
time.
talking about that, then we can now start thinking of empowerment, empowering girls through the social media. So we can start
Okay,
talking
well,
about
I guess I
how to
have to go
empower them and use. Hello.
to the next question then. Also, the network is just terrible this
Yes.
evening for whatever. Sorry. Well,
So
Oh,
Nigerian networks. Among me, I'll talk about.
okay. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so it's a network issue this evening. Among me, did you get the question?
No, no, no. Can you
Uh-oh.
please reframe?
Okay. Yes, I was talking about the mobile app that was launched recently by Gender Mobile Initiative to report sexual
Okay.
assault on tertiary institutions on campuses. And then this is more like leverage using technology as well to fight gender inequality in a way. So how has this been so far? Is this something encouraging? Is this something you would want young girls to also venture into as well?
Absolutely. I mean, technology has amazing benefits, and it's really important that we harness the amazing benefits that comes with technology. Benefits around access, benefits around efficiency, effectiveness. I mean, in social sectors, we have leveraged technology over and over again to address social problems. So why not? And in terms of also bridging, okay, so before I move on to that, let me say, since we launched the Campus Power App, which is like a platform for persons across campus to build like a community. I think it's been an amazing and learning experience for us too. And I think one thing this has also further helped is it has further strengthened social interaction in environments of learning. And I'm happy that we're really leveraging technology to also address some of the security issues on campus that, further enable sexual harassment. But I mean, speaking specifically about also how we can leverage technology to bridge the gender gap in the digital world. I think also that we can leverage still digital platforms is what would also leverage, right? To also, bridge the gender gap. And what this means is that we need to empower girls to have access. We also need to empower girls to, have interest in these fields that are, predominantly occupied by males. I would like to once again, reference Sheryl Sandberg in a book titled Leaning, where she had talked about resuming office as the COO of Facebook. And she had this onerous task of going to pitch, I think, a business idea to some other executive in a bigger company. And she got there, of course, as usual, in a usual fluent and vocal manner. She was able to seal the deal. And I think she wanted to use the bathroom, and she requested where, the convenience for female was. And they told her they didn't have any for females. I mean, it was a technology company, right? So she asked the question that, this is preposterous. Is it that we do not have females who venture into technology, who actually get to the pinnacle of their career, such that they would have an opportunity to come into this floor to pitch ideas? And I was taken aback by the response of, the top executive that was in charge of the pitch. He said, well, maybe that's the case, that in the last 1 year, we've not had a woman step into this room to pitch a business idea that is technology related to us. I mean, that's to show you the scale of the problem. That's to show you the scope of the problem, to show that in the digital space where we're talking about, there's a huge gap, and the gap continues to widen. And unfortunately, COVID has made this whole gap, exacerbate. So which means that we really need to do a whole lot more in the digital space. Even women, you see that they are occupying entry level position in the workforce. When you talk about the executive positions, you hardly find women there, because women need to do a whole lot to prove that they can actually fit into those roles. Whereas you find men in such positions, men with chemistry background, men with, background in biology. You see them in those top positions in the digital world. But when you even see some women who went all the way to study computer engineering, you see them at entry level point. So we need to do a whole lot more in terms of encouraging women, in terms of creating an environment where people are socialized to understand that as a woman, yes, gender is capable of maybe defining or determining the opportunities that you access. But in terms of limiting, I think we need to start holding conversations, to also show that the world should be equal and opportunities should also be equal. And I want to say one more thing. I'm sure we all know the legendary investor, Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett said something. He said he's largely successful because he's only competing with half of the population. You know what that means? It means that women are not even players in the space at all. Exactly. So, and I mean, he's gracious or generous enough to be expressive about that. So a lot of people understand that, but they would probably never be expressive about that. So we need to do a whole lot more. And of course, it begins with me, with Tumininu, with AY, Ayotomiwa, and AY Nigeria. And I believe that with many more, we'll definitely get there. Thank you, Ayotomiwa, for that question.
All right. AY Nigeria, let me come to you now. So what are the opportunities I think there's some questions there which I will come to shortly after this. AY Nigeria, what are the opportunities in the digital world that persons can leverage on to advance the advocacy for gender equality on the long run? Do I need to repeat the question? AY.
No, it's very clear. It's very clear. So
Okay.
I think that I want to say three things. All right, three things, or let's say two. But I have three things, other things that I want to say. So answering your question, the opportunities are one on all social media platforms, social apps. I'm talking Facebook. We're using StreamYard right now. I'm talking Instagram. I'm talking Twitter. And even though it's unbanned in Nigeria, and for all other apps, I think that these tech giants should take the lead by introducing bots, I mean the robots, that can check comments that are gender biased and gender sensitive, right? So if a comment or an image, I mean for Facebook, for instance, has a feature that announces to people like a viewer discretion that a particular image is gory and embarrassing, and they should be sure that they want to view the image, they can as well go ahead. There are comments and videos that are taken down by Facebook, YouTube, Instagram because it offends the rules of community. And I think that these giant techs should also impute the thought that restricts comments that enable gender bias, that restrict comments against body shaming, that also restrict comments that are foul to gender. How does somebody post a picture on Facebook, all right, and or gives a comment on Facebook and posts the story haven't gone through rape and abuse, and somebody will go under that comment, a man, and write, "Are you sure you're not the one who seduced him and made him do such a thing?" Now, if you have a feature that can flag that comment and show every other person that this comment is gender biased and it's in a way not encouraging gender balance and it's hurtful to the author of the post, then I think that if that continues the first time, the second time, it will send a strong message in the digital world that the digital world has now come to strongly promote gender balance. That's number one. Number two, I just give the example. Number two is I want to also corroborate what Wumi already said. Access should be, access is very important. Access is very important. Access as simple as training young girls on artificial intelligence. Now, there are very many skills in the world. Now, the top five skills in the world, our educational system in Nigeria is currently not even training them even at university level to be able to acquire these skills. We're talking AI, data analysis, and all of this, all the likes of this skills. So our system must begin to revolve around teaching the kids on STEM, on AI, on robotics, with emphasis on young girls too. Because if we emphasize on the young girls, then it means that in 5 years time from now, we have scientists, young girl scientists from all the rural communities that do this. So those are the two things that I think that we should. I think that are solutions to this. It's very practical, I must say. But also, I would like to see one thing, just judging from, as I wrap up, judging from conversation, beautiful remarks that we just made. And I want to say that the government at all levels should also enact laws using the NCC, Nigerian Commission, or other, just like the banned Twitter, to also be able to track by these digital platforms perpetrators that are remorseless and bold enough to go on social media to pass comments that encourage violence against genders. For instance, let me use an example. Somebody puts a comment under a beautiful baby girl's picture and says, "Your daughter, I will wait for her. Hopefully, when she's ripe, we can do something about getting her. I'm just quoting it. Or we can reap her when she is ripe." When someone makes a comment like that, it means that something is wrong mentally. Can we track, can we use our technology, the digital space, to track and prosecute individuals that post these things? Rape apologies that go on the comments and are battering rapists or rape victims who come out to say or share their stories. Rapists who make videos of their victims and post this on social media, and people are sharing them. Can we use the digital platforms to track these individuals and and bring them to book? If this continues, we will sanitize the digital space. And then we can say that we have digital platforms that are encouraging gender balance, gender equality, and making the world a better place. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ewa. Coincidentally, you've actually answered the question scrolling on the screen currently. What are the disadvantages of digital world? The digital world has brought to our society in terms of GBV. You actually mentioned it in your word already, but I'm sure Owoye Adejoke needs more answer to that. Tumininu, okay, thank you. Glad to have you back. There's a question, brief wrong way, and rapists who rape their victims and record and post on social media as well. Well, these are part of it. Can you just mention maybe just a few before we wrap up for the day, because we're running out of time already?
Hello, Ayotomi. I'm sorry I can't really hear you well. If you can, please.
Oh,
the network is...
Okay, I said there's a question from one of our participants, Owoye Adejoke. She says, what are the disadvantages digital world has brought to our society?
Hi.
I think she still cannot hear.
I can't hear.
Yeah, so the question is, what are the disadvantages in terms of GBV that the digital world has, brought to,
Yeah, I think I can hear more. So, yeah, I can hear more. I've gotten the question.
Please, if you can hear me, hello. I don't know if I'm
hello, I can hear you now.
I can't hear myself. Okay, Amomi, please, can you just take up that question briefly? Because since the network on our side.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Tumininu, please go ahead. We
yes,
can hear
I can
you.
hear you now. Okay, she's back on.
Okay, I think we lost her
Tumininu, please
again.
go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, so Amomi, please take on the question because of our time.
Okay, so I think I will just mention a few. The digital space, of course, has also created an opportunity to, creatively think about innovative ways of education transmittal, especially in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, I mean, this has come with a lot of troubles too, such as cyber stalking, cyber bullying. We've seen cases where people send nude pictures on digital platforms, and as a result, they get threatened, and then monies exchange hands, and people are blackmailed as a result of that. So, but just to say that we also need to focus more on the good side of technology, which has to do with leveraging digital devices to communicate in this interconnected world, and also looking for pragmatic means to address the concerns around the use of digital and smart devices to communicate in a globalized world. So in general, I mean, the benefits are many, they are numerous, which we should continue to harness, while we also think about innovative ways to address the downside of the digital world.
Okay, thank you, Amomi. Well, we have to wrap up at this point. Well, let me say thank you once again to my panelists and my speakers for tonight. That is Mrs. Tumininu Adedeji Akirele, the Executive Director of Obama Gilead Foundation, popularly known as BGIF, and then Barrister Amomi Ogunrotimi, Executive Director, Gender Mobile Initiative, and Ayodelia Konde, AY Nigeria, the initiator of AY Nigeria Goes to School, and an OAP, yes. I think that's where the name comes in. Okay, thank you so much. So far, my panelists have actually spoken about the bridging gender equality in digital world. That is using digital world to fight all forms of gender equality. They've given definitions of what it is and the type of gender barriers that we have in the digital world, social, economic, political, personal, and external factors. So they've all done that, and also actually highlighted ways whereby these can be addressed. Excuse me. Mr. Bolajo, ways by which these barriers can be addressed. Family. Yes, the family is the basis of all things we do. So starting with the family, starting conversations as well around the gender inequality. The digital world is a replica of our world, according to AY Nigeria. Yes, that's the quote for the highlights of the day, which whatever we see, generally, the digital world is just a reflection of the world at large. So women need to start accepting the ICT as a platform to fight gender inequality. And there was a call indirectly from AY Nigeria that governments and institutions need to come up with policies and rules that can guide the use of social media in terms of posting nude pictures, in terms of posting sexual assault, even comments on social media platforms. Thank you so much, my panelists, for this evening. And it's really worth the time and it's really enlightening. And sorry we have to rush. Thank you so much once again to Mininu Adedeji Akirili and Omon Miogurotimi. Ayodele, thank you so much for your time. And well, we have to join the next session and hopefully we'll do this soon. My name is Ayotomiwa Ayodele, and it's a privilege to moderate this session. Thank you so much once again, Ekiti Digital Summit.
Bye.
Yeah, I think I have to hand over to Shola. Bye, everyone. Shola Matthew.
Bye. Thank you.
Somewhere at the background. Thank you so much. Okay, Shola is not there. Well, we might have to take our leave then.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, among me and we are the last man standing. Bye bye.
I know, right? Bye. I'm actually even trying to see. Okay, I've seen where to leave the studio. Right.
So sorry, you know this.
Okay, Shola is there now. Shola, well, we've been calling for you.
The network is terrible today. I don't know why.
Terrible. Yes.
But we hope we'll be able to overcome that very soon. Thank you so much, Ayotomiwa, for the awesome session. You made the session so interesting. Thank you so much, and see you on the other side.
Okay, see you on the other side.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that was it for the session on gender equality. That is bridging the gender inequality gap in a digital world. And I trust that you guys, actually enjoyed the session. So sorry for the network that we that we had. That is actually one of the issues that we have, especially in regards to even bridging the gap, right? Because if there's no network, then there's no bridging of any gap. so anyway, thank you so much for joining. And we are taking a break of 1 hour, and then we'll be back again in another 1 hour to to look into the next session. And that session will be on profitable agribusiness, right? So after that, we'll now go into the last session, which is the secret to securing study opportunities abroad, including scholarship. Do not miss that session. See you next time. And I want to appreciate Oweye Adejoke for always joining the sessions. Thank you so much. We saw all of your comments. They are all noted, and we'll be taking action on. We'll add it to the communique that we are trying to develop. Okay? Thank you so much, and God bless you. See you in an hour time. Bye.